Under no circumstances should anyone be subjected to sexual assaults or sexual harassment, regardless of race, gender, or age. With that being said, let's get right into it. So on January 15th, 1995, while awaiting sentencing in the city jail on Rikers Island, Tupac gave an exclusive interview to Kevin Powell of Vladtv magazine. This interview appeared in the 1995 issue of Vladtv magazine. So, I decided to do this after the video of his Accuser popped up, and also because I was actually alive at the time that all this transpired. So I saw the news reports and, all the stuff that was being reported in the papers and everything. And I had an actual subscription to Vladtv magazine. And if you're not familiar with Vladtv magazine or familiar with the reputation that Vladtv magazine had at the time, it was like the biggest hip-hop magazine out at the time. And whenever anything happened in the hip-hop world, instead of just reporting on it, from a third-party standpoint, a lot of the times the actual players who the things actually happened to came and did personal interviews, such as when the incident between Left Eye and Andre Rison happened, and TLC did an interview and Left Eye did an interview. So this was the same sort of thing. So this is also not my personal opinion or views on the subject as a whole, and this is also not my personal opinion or views of this particular incident. So the question was posed to Tupac in this 1995 article, and here's the article right here. The title of the article was Ready to Live. So the question was posed in the article, can we talk about the rape case at all? So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to go through every little thing, the parts that aren't important, but I am going to give direct quotes of what Tupac stated in the article as in regards to the important points, and also in regards to what she spoke on in this recent interview. So Tupac was asked, can we talk about the rape case at all? He responded, okay, Nigel and Trevor took me to Nails. When we got there, I was immediately impressed because it was different than any other club I'd been in. It wasn't crowded. There was lots of space, and there were beautiful women there. So he talks a little bit more about, that. Then fast forward, he says, somebody introduced me to this girl, and the only thing I noticed about her, she had a big chest, but she was not attractive. She looked dumpy. Like money came to me and said, this girl wants to do more than meet you. I already knew what that meant. She wanted to fuck. I just left them and went to the dance floor myself. They were playing some Jamaican music and I'm just grooving. Then this girl came out and started dancing, and that was weird. She didn't even come to me face first. She came ass first. So I'm dancing to this reggae music. You know how sensuous that is. She's touching my penis. She's touching my balls. She opened up my zipper. She put her hands on me. There's a little dark part in nails, and I see people over there making out already. So she starts pushing me this way, and I know what time it is. Then he states that they go into the corner and there's a lot of touching and rubbing, and he says she's kissing on him and licking on him. And then he states verbatim, she's going down, and I'm like, oh shit. She pulled my penis out. She started sucking my penis on the dance floor. That shit turned me on. I wasn't thinking. Then he states, I'm thinking this is going to be a good night. You know what I'm saying. Soon as she finished that, just enough to get me solid, rock hard, we got off the dance floor. I told Nigel, I've got to get out of here. I'm about to take her to the hotel. I'll see you later. So when she gave the interview, she stated that Nigel was the same person as Haitian Jack. So I just wanted to clear that up. So he says, Nigel was like, no, 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 I'm going to take you back. We drive to the hotel. We go upstairs and have sex real quick. As soon as I came, that was it. I was tired. I was drunk. Excuse me. I knew I had to get up early in the morning, so I was like, what are you going to do? You can spend the night or you can leave. She left me her number and everything was cool. Now, she stated in the original, in her interview about how they met at the club, that she spent the night that night. But right here in this article, Tupac didn't say that. Not that she did or didn't, but he just didn't say that. He did say, Nigel was spending the night in my room all these nights. And he also said when he found out that she sucked my penis on the dance floor and we had sex, he and Trevor were livid. Trevor is a big freak. He was going crazy. All he kept asking me was, did you have anal sex with her, basically. He was listening to every single detail. I thought, this is just some guy shit. It's all good. It's all cool. So that is how Tupac explains what happened that first night. So I'm not going to go toe for toe about what she said happened that first night. But the major difference to me was that she said that there was basically like very innocent, just regular kissing and things going on the dance floor. And in this article, Tupac basically states that it was an all-out oral sex. So, and she also stated that when they went back to the hotel room, she stated in her letter, which I will get to when I do her video, that when they went back to the hotel room, initially she stated that they just went back and chilled. But the interviewer, like myself, has the original letter that she wrote, so we know that more than that happened. And on this first night, Tupac states that they had intercourse. And when she wrote her letter, she stated that as well, but she also stated that it happened multiple times, and Tupac sort of glossed over that. Not that it really makes a difference, because the bottom line is they had sex. And now this is where my opinion comes in, just in general. I believe that the night of her incident, something definitely happened, and I do believe that, things weren't as, in other words, I feel like there's multiple sides to this story, but everyone can attest to the fact that something went wrong, and that she definitely got sexually assaulted. But I think the question is, who actually did the sexual assault? And that's where Tupac goes on to explain his version of what actually happened in the room, according to him.